How you going? Stay off grid here. Bit windy out here at the moment, so I'm trying to stay downwind so that the camera's microphone isn't getting crackled everywhere. So I've decided tonight I've still got to put the ladder in the tent, and I haven't opened the tent since it's been on top of the car, so I'm going to open it up now. Tonight I'm going to sleep in it. The reason I bought this particular tent, firstly that it has this black lining. I can't remember what it's called. I'll put it up on the screen. But the black lining stops the sun from coming through it, so you can have a sleep in or whatever. And you know, not that I get a sleep in at the moment or ever now because the roosters wake me up. But also it's got a full clear roof, a moonroof. So I'm going to lay out there tonight and look up at the stars. Hardly any clouds in the sky. So the first thing to do is there's straps. I'm just showing you this side so I'm out of the wind. Undo those straps, then this cover will come off. So the cover isn't just strapped on, it's actually, alright, so I've just put an ocky strap on this. I'm going to push it as far as I can. So push it to nearly halfway. So I've just thrown that ocky strap over the top. So the ocky strap's landed over here. Now I can pull that. Take the ocky strap off. And continue unzipping. And that'll definitely work well in reverse because it was a bit hard zipping up that part. So here it should undo. There we go. All right, now the top should come off. Alright, so that was easy enough, just standing on the back bull bar, bumper bar, and turn it out. Under here, the latch there to undo, latch there to undo, and hang on, I think they're up as far as they can go. I'll double check that afterwards. Just shut them again. So it's got to fly over the whole top. And I've just got to go get some, it's got some attachments for these windows. Some little rods, so I'll just go find them and we'll do that. Alright, so I'm installing this ladder. Now, it's a bloody beefy ladder, I'll tell you what. I'm impressed. Now you're supposed to put the ladder on, I'm just putting brackets up here for the ladder. You're supposed to do that before you put it up here, but I've got another little ladder, so it's all good. I forgot to put it on, so I'm just putting it on now. Alright, so I've got the ladder attached. And now I have to go find the annex, and I've actually got an annex that comes down here. This doesn't come with a tent, it's extra. You've got to buy it extra. Okay, so the tent, you can have it unfold either off either side or off the back. I've selected the passenger side because I figure if you pull up at your mate's house, you park out the front of his house, you've had a few too many beers, you can't drive home, pop your tent out, comes down onto his front lawn there, and you're right to go for the night. So that's my reasoning. All right, so here's the annex. The annex comes in a little bag. All right, so there's a little strap that goes across here to put the ladder up like that for when you're ready to pack up or while I'm putting the annex on. Now I can't find any instructions, but it's pretty easy as far as I know. There's 3 sides are zipped and one side has a little like a sail rope. All right, so I've laid that out. It would be good some instructions, but it looks like it could go anyway, so yeah, I'll see how we go. All right, so on one side of this annex there is this stuff which is like a sail, and the rest are zips. So the zips go along this edge, along the front edge, along the side edge, and then on the back part which I didn't, there is inside here, in there, a bit for where the sail part goes into, which is going to be really hard to get into where it is, but anyway, I'll give it a go. Alright, so I got that in. That went in really easy. I imagine it's going to get harder over time, but the diameter of the rail and the diameter of the sail rope or rod, whatever you want to call it, the rope is a lot smaller, so yeah, it was easy. Alright, so these little struts for all the awnings, you do have to pre-bend them, otherwise you won't get them into the hole. But so just bend them with your, not with your knee, but on the ground, just bend them a little bit, almost halfway, and then it'll bounce back. So this, you know, the first time took me a bit of time, but it was pretty easy. Shouldn't be take very long next time. There's the whole tent, whole kit and caboodle. Now the tent's really loose at the bottom, the awning, because I've got this low rack and it's designed for the high rack, but it still does its job. And maybe you could sew some extra bits in here somewhere to pull and get some extra ropes to pull it out a little bit. There are straps, maybe that's what they do, I'm not sure. Anyway, so in here it's a bit hard to see, not much light, but you've got these bags for your shoes. You've got to pay extra for that. I think they're $50, and they just slide in like a sail as well. And also I've taken the Annex off. Now it has got a whole lot of clips to keep it down, and then it's also held in with these bars. Now to do that I needed to use that ladder, and I was standing on top of that ladder and 1 foot on the back of the bumper bar, 1 foot on top of that ladder, so not very safe at all, but that's what I had to do to get them out. And then on the front I had to stand on the roof, so not really easy to get off. You probably can pull them off before you put the tent up. That's probably the easiest way. Pull them all out while the tent's still folded up. Now the reason you have to take that off is because I want to check out this moonroof in here, and I'm going to do that in a second. Alright, so in here plenty of room for 2 people, and you've got little pockets on the side for whatever you want to put in there. Other pockets on the corners there. Probably not hard to see, but this is not what I was expecting when they say moonroof. I was expecting a bit of plastic there, and there's not. I've opened it up, and it's just opens the roof up. And yeah, if you fall asleep with it open, you wake up with dew all over you, or if it starts to rain, you're stuffed. The other thing is, even when it's shut, okay, so you can see light coming through the zip, so water will come through that zip if you haven't got the fly on. So having the fly off is fine as long as you know it's going to be blue skies in the morning. And realistically, I don't think you're going to take it off. I think you're going to leave it on. It's a bit of a hassle getting back on, and in a hurry you won't get it back on in a hurry, I'll tell you that much. So the nothing wrong with the tent. Alright, so you can flip the top open outside and then have the fly screen on, so that's fine, but you really got to pick your conditions if you're going to use this feature. And I wouldn't be recommending it, because to put it back on, it's not a 2-minute job. It's well. Alright, well, I wouldn't recommend taking the fly off, because you'd really have to pick your conditions. I'm not going to bother about it tonight now, because I know that it's already autumn, and we get a big dew in the morning, and even with that flap shut, that dew's going to come through anyway. So without that fly on, I won't be sleeping in here. Not that great a feature, really, I've got to say. Anyway, but other than that, build quality, ease, and everything like that, she's really great. I mean, $1,800, $17.99. It's well worth it, I think. And you can see all the walls are all that dark material, so it's really great in the morning when the sun's up. You can have a sleep in. You've had a few brews, not that I have enough to have that worries me in the morning anyway these days, but I'm sure lots of people do. It's the Aussie way, isn't it? All right, so I did put that fly back up, and it only took a couple of minutes, if that, probably not even 2 minutes. You do have to stand on the roof, and with this on the low racks, I could do it off the back of the bull bar, the bumper bar, because it's got those raised sections. So standing on that, I could just get to it. If you had the higher raised, the higher racks, which is probably another 300 mil, you'd need a ladder. So yeah, it'd be a lot harder then. But anyway, I did it, wasn't too hard. But I wouldn't want to be doing it in the rain, because if it's raining, it's already too late. The water's going through that zip at the top, so because of that open moonroof thing, yeah, water's gonna get in there in your bed real quick. So pick your times. All right, so I've thought of a way how to use that sky roof, moonroof, whatever it's called, on the tent without taking the annex off. So if you leave the bar at the end there, connect it in, so in that little sleeve, and then leave this part loose on either side. So now from the inside I can open this fly screen, then open the moonroof, open the moonroof up, and then you have the fly. So if you put your hand just here on the where the end of the hole in the roof is, pull that up, and there we have it. We've got the moonroof. So yeah, that's a good idea. All right, so that's how you do it. And now I'll just do the opposite. Grab it. All right, so it wasn't hard to put it back on. You can just zip it back up again. I'll leave the fly screen down because I'm going to open it up again when I come in here to sleep tonight. Up at the top, those poles are back in. Both sides are back in, and that covers the top where there's... Aussie way, isn't it? All right, I'm Stay Off Grid. Hope you enjoyed that video.